So we're going to start the statistics unit, and this is always all kids' least favorite, but I don't think it's that bad. It's just not a lot of math, which I think a lot of kids like. So there's a whole class that you can take of this at Kelly Walsh, and it actually counts as a college class. So statistics is the process of collecting, organizing, analyzing, and interpreting data. Big words. So there's whole classes on this, and they use this in all kinds of different jobs, finding the statistics behind something. So a measure of center is a value that attempts to describe the center or typical value within a set of data. Common measures are the mean, the median, and the mode. Okay, and so we're going to talk about how to find those measures, and I'm thinking you probably have done some of these. The mean is the average. Okay, so to find the average, you find the sum of the data and then divide by the sum of the numbers. Okay, so on this one, I would let you use a calculator. So I would like you to take out a calculator, and I would like you to add those numbers together on the calculator. I'll give you a second here. So take out your phone. You're going to take those numbers, and you're literally just going to type in, I'm doing it on my calculator, 15 plus 7 plus 24 plus 13 plus 21. Hit enter. Some kids try to do all of this in one step, and then they get it wrong. So you can't just type it in and put divide, because then it would only divide the last number, the 21. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 numbers. So you're doing 80 divided by 5. So the mean, the average is 16. So that's one way of finding the middle of your data, is to average it. So I would like you to do the next one. Take your calculator, add those up. 5 plus 7 plus 2 plus 5 plus 12 plus 3 plus 8 plus 14. So I added them up, and I got 56, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 numbers. So when I divide that, my answer is 7. So that is how you find the mean. You find the mean by adding the numbers up and dividing by how many numbers there are. Okay, to find the median. The median is the middle of the data. Okay, so it's another important measure of central tendency. To find the mean, you must order the data. That's what all kids forget to do, from smallest to biggest. For a list with an odd number of data values, the median is the middle value. For a list with an even number, the median is the mean of the two middles. So I'll show you what I mean by that. So I'm going to order it least to greatest. So 7 is the smallest, then 13, then 15. So 7, 13, 15, then 21, and 24. Okay, so I'm going to find the middle by counting to the middle. So 7, these are my ends, and then these two match. So that means that number right there, that 15, is my median because it's in the middle. Okay, so now I'm going to do the next one. I'm going to do my list. So I have a 2, I have a 3, I have 2 5s. So you have to write the 5 twice. Okay, then I have a 7, an 8, 7 and 8, a 12, and a 14, right? So I got them all. Okay, so to find the middle, I'm going to use, okay, those go together, those go together, those go together. So now I'm going to use like a pink here. These are the two numbers in the middle. So the median is the middle in between those two numbers. So if this one, you know the median is 6 because that's in between 5 and 7. But let's say you got like 41 and 47. Okay, I'm not really sure what the middle is. So you can add them together, 5 plus 7, and divide by 2. So that would be 12 divided by 2, which is 6. But if you know what the answer is, I don't need you to do the math. Okay, like you can look at 5 and 7 and know the middle. The median is 6. All right, the last is the mode, which is the value that's used, that occurs the most often. So it's the one you see the most. And you can have a data set. If you read on this note over here, it's really important. You can have a data set, can have one mode, it can have several modes, or it can have no mode. If each value occurs the same number of times, then there's no mode. So if I look at this, what repeats in this first one? I have a 15, I don't have a 15, 7, no, 24, nothing. So this one has no mode because there's nothing that repeats. They all just appear once. The next one, I have a 5 and I have a 5. I don't have another, oh, I have 3 5s. There's another 5. I don't have any 7s. I do have an 8 and an 8, so I have 2 of them. But 2 isn't enough, so my mode on this is 5. Okay, now if I would have had another 8, then I would have listed both of them. Okay, so if I do the next one, I've got a 7 and a 7. I don't have another 16. I have 4. Oh, I have 2 10s, I think. I have a 10 and I have a 10. So this one has 2 modes. One of my modes is 7 and one of my modes is 10. So you can have something with no mode, with 1 mode. You could have something with 10 modes if they all repeated 3 times. Okay? All right, then finally the range of data. Now, I hate, as you get older, they use range differently in different units. Okay, when you're in a stats unit, the range is the difference between the largest and the smallest. So you're going to take those two things and you're going to subtract them. Okay, but if you were graphing, your range is something different. And you haven't learned that yet, but just know that in math, they actually use the word range multiple times. Okay, so if I look at this first one, my smallest is 7, my largest is 24. So I'm going to do 24 minus 7, and my answer is 17. That is my range. Okay, if I look at the next one, my largest is 14, my smallest is 2. 14 minus 2 is 12. Okay, so on these next problems, you're going to do all of them. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add them all up. I'm going to take out my calculator, and I'm going to go 95 plus 108 plus 135 plus 124 plus 115 plus 102. You can use your calculator, plus 98. And my answer is 777. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, that's nice. 777 divided by 7, I'm guessing, is 111. Okay, the median is, I have to list them, and I hate when they don't, from least to greatest. So my median, I'm going to say, okay, 95 is my smallest, and then it's 102, and then it's 108, and then it's, oh, I forgot 98. Squeeze that in there. 95, that's why I kind of check them here, so if I miss one, I just squeeze it in there. And now I can kind of see I got 115, I got 124, and I got 135. So these two go together, these two go together, these two to go together, and my median is 108. None of them repeat. You can kind of see that better. Oh, that has a 1 with it. 124. You can kind of see that better when they're written in order, no mode. And once you get them in order, it's also easier to find the range because you subtract and you get 40. Okay? All right, so I would like you to pause the video, and I would like you just to try number 11. Pause, try it. So I do 72 plus 77 plus 79 plus 70 plus 73 plus 77 plus 80 plus 75 plus 72, and I get 675. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9, 13. If I add them up, 6 plus 7 plus 5 is 18, so it goes in there nicely. So my answer is 75, which makes sense because they're all around 75. Now to do the median, I'm going to put them in order. So my smallest is 70. And then I have 72 and 72. You have it twice, so you got to write it twice. And then I have 73, 75, 77, 77, 79, and 80. So if I count to the middle, those go together, those go together, those go together, those go together. Oh, 75. My median is 75. This version helps me see the mode because I can see it's 72 and 77, and the range is 80 minus 70 when it's in order. So honestly, putting it in order is very helpful. Okay, I would like you to skip 12. I would like you to pause the video, do number 13, please. Okay, it's one of those where I'm just going to write the answers. And so if you missed any of these, please let me know and I can go over it. Just let me know number 13 and I'll go over it. The answer to this was $2.41. The answer to the median was $2.42. The mode was $2.44. And the range was 14 cents, 0.14. Okay, so please let me know if you have any questions on that.